So if you're a bass fisherman and you're wondering if your bass fishing gear works in the salt water, you're gonna find out today. I'm testing 3 of my favorite bass fishing lures here in the ocean. Let's go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You need some moving water. Every time I find the spot moving water, not without moving water, I catch fish.
Hold this. I'll do it for you. Hold this. You have to put your mask on. They're gonna go around your mask. You have to put it on the forehead. Pick your glasses out.
What is this? White rabbit?
White flower.
White flower, okay.
It is already helping.
Yeah, it actually is. It actually is working really well.
Yeah, immediately.
You know what our challenge is today?
What?
We have a lot of people who are freshwater fishermen who haven't really fished much saltwater, and they're wondering, can they use their freshwater lures here in the saltwater?
It depends what kind of fish. I mean, you know, hungry fish will bite anything, you know.
I think so too. Hungry bass is similar to hungry striped bass, is similar to a hungry flounder. And that's kind of what we're targeting today. So I've got a bunch of freshwater lures here today. The classic chatterbait. I've got swim jigs. I got more chatterbaits. Now these make all the vibrations. So I'm thinking it will work pretty well. Now the only thing I'm concerned about is that freshwater baits, lures, they don't have rust-proof hooks. That's the only concern that I have. It might rust within a day or two, but I'm sure that they will work. Let's give it a try, right?
Well.
I also have this spinnerbait. That might work for you just caught a ladyfish. Let's see if we can catch a ladyfish on a spinner. That might work. I'm gonna try a spinner first. And this is the Strike King spinnerbait. Look at that. I mean, it looks like a mullet. It looks like a swimming bait. It's got 2 big willow blades up here to help move the water and attract fish towards it. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Tie it up here. All right. Spinnerbait in action. Let's see what this looks like in the water. Oh yeah, look at how much water it moves. That looks like a mullet, right? It could be a mullet. You think this will work, Dad? Look.
I don't know about flounder.
All right, let's give it a try. And I'm fishing for them just like I'm fishing for bass or any fish just in general. You gotta search for them. You gotta look around for them and entice them to bite your bait. All right, since I'm trying to try these different baits, this one's not working. I'm gonna call it. I do think this will get something to bite. Maybe just not right now. I don't see why a spinnerbait wouldn't work in the saltwater. The gear here, I'm afraid, is gonna rust. That's the only thing. So let's switch our lures up. You like my sack? Just kidding. I only have 1 ball in this sack, and that's the deeper ball. This is the Deeper Chirp 2. I've got the Deeper Pro Plus 2 as well. I've got the Deeper Pro. I've got all the deeper models, but my favorite one right now is currently the Deeper Chirp Plus 2. There's plenty of different models. They all work very similarly. I just love using this because this will tell me what the structure looks like under the water. It'll tell me if there's fish there. It'll tell me the water temperature, and I can just map out this entire area and see how deep everything is. It's really important to know the bottom. If you are just beginning fishing or you're a pro at fishing, you know the important part is to find structure and to find places where the fish are hiding. 90% of the fish are hiding in 10% of the water. So let's find them. First thing I'm gonna do, just tie the deeper on to my main line here. Make sure you tie a secure knot. You don't wanna lose it. I put the deeper in the water to turn it on. Okay, so now I'm gonna cast it out there. Look at the depth, look at the temperatures, and then slowly bring it in just to see how deep everything is on its way back in. All right, guesses, how deep do you think it is? It's looking like it's 8 feet here. Whoa, it's 10 feet here. That's really deep. That's a nice hole right here. I'm gonna start by just trying in this hole around here. Let's see if I can find any deeper waters. Oh, 11.5 feet right here. It's getting deeper the closer I bring it. So there's a deep channel just right here. Still 11.3. Okay, now it's getting more shallow. So out there, 11.5 foot hole. Over there, 9 foot. So this is a hole that probably a lot of fish are congregating in, especially since right here is only 6.5 feet, which is still pretty deep right close into me. So it goes from 6.5 down to 11.5. And for those of you who don't know how to read water, we're looking for deep holes near shallow water, because those deep holes are like hiding spots for the fish. And I think I found the perfect spot. Now I love using the deeper because it helps me find the fish, helps me find structure to help me find fish. And it helps me map out all the different structure for the places that I'm fishing at. So if I go back to that spot, I can still find those deep holes and remember where those deep holes are. It's good to have a database rather than keep it in your brain. So now that I got some measurements in, I've got a good idea. I'm gonna just start trying to fish around deeper holes. I'm gonna be walking up and down this shoreline using these different freshwater lures, see if I can catch any fish. Next, we're gonna try paddle tail lure. These paddle tails always work for me, whether it's freshwater, saltwater, anything in between, brackish. My 3-inch BBLs work really well. So I'm just gonna put one of these on for now, try it for about 5 minutes, see if I catch anything, and then we'll move on from there. And I've got 3 different colors of these BBLs. Tickle Her Pink, Cream Dream, and Blue Me Blue. I think I'm gonna go with the blue, because it looks like the little mullets that are swimming around here. What's he on? Probably a lady.
Oh no, gone.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Darn. Paddle tail's easy. I cast it all the way out there, let it sink to the bottom, and once it's at the bottom, I pick my tip up, reel my slack in, let it sink again. Same thing. And you know it's on the bottom when it stops moving. Oh, Dad's on a fish. That could be a flounder. Got off. The spot that we're fishing in has a lot of flounder, redfish, trout, ladyfish, all sorts of different kinds of fish. And it's a special day of fishing here today because my dad's getting surgery in a few days. I'm out here taking him flounder fishing, see if we can catch some fish before he won't be able to walk for 2 or 3 months. So I'm just fishing this slow off the bottom. Ooh. Ooh, first fish, first fish.
Blue fish.
No. Ladyfish. You want fish balls, Dad? I knew I saw some fish activity over there. First fish, this is a ladyfish. I catch these on the surf all the time. I haven't caught one on the river for a long time. And these are delicious fish. Many people call them trash fish, but they don't know how to make it. Man, that ladyfish just whooped it down. Look at that. Just took the whole paddle tail. And that's why I love the 3-inch paddle tail. Not only can you catch fish in the freshwater, but you can catch fish anywhere using this 3-inch paddle tail. It's like my go-to. Freshwater, saltwater, doesn't matter. I fish it the same way. I let it sink to the bottom, twitch it up, reel in a slack. You always want to keep a good tension on your line so you know where your lure is actually moving. Oh, shoot, got off. Damn it, look at that. Messed up my paddle tail. So far I casted about 3 or 4 times, 1 fish, 2 bites. Paddle tail's working really well. But I really want to know more traditional style freshwater fishing lures such as bottom jigs, chatterbaits, swim baits, stuff like that. How do they work in like the ocean setting? Next up, we're gonna try either the chatterbait or the weedless swim bait. Which one do you vote on, Aaron? This one makes a bunch of vibration. This one's completely weedless, so it won't get stuck on anything on the bottom.
Vibration.
Awesome. This is my go-to when I'm fishing freshwater because it makes so much vibration that my rod chatters and chatters my teeth. That's why it's called a chatterbait. This up here makes it vibrate like crazy and also provides a little bit of flash. Actually, I'm going to use this other silver colored because it looks more like a mullet. Make sure you keep all your trash in your bag. We don't want to see it at a beautiful spot like this. Minnow, hook it right through the lips on there like that. So I let it sink to the bottom, and when I bring it up, I feel it chatter up and then drop back down. Bite. Ooh, it got off, but I got a bite. Look, ooh, it bit it in half. Gotta wait for these flounder to eat more. Now I probably could catch a fish just on the chatterbait, but using a minnow or even a live shiner behind the chatterbait, always gonna be more beneficial. Tipping your baits with something that smells really good is always a good tactic. Now you're gonna have your die-hard lure guys say that that's cheating, but if you're out here to just catch fish, who cares? You're not competing against anyone. It's not cheating. Oh my God. Something literally just bit it in half. Look at all the guts coming out of it now. Cast it there and let it drift that way. Because you have to look at the current. Everything's moving this way, which means the bait fish are moving this way, which means the flounder are sitting here waiting to attack. Oh crap, I'm setting it way too soon, but I'm getting bites, that's for sure. This is definitely working. As soon as I started casting it, I was getting bites. I really think it's that chatter that's really helping. You hear it chattering? We're gonna cast to the right again. Thank God the bugs are gone. Let's move, we'll come back. And I can't stay in one place because I had to find them. Yes, on the chatterbait, y'all.
Whoa! What a cop!
All right, so it did work. That just barely hooked it too, and it didn't even get the bait. Awesome. See how special these flounder are because they have two eyes on the top of their head, and they blend completely into the mud that they're fishing in. And when I'm fishing this chatterbait, it's going down to the bottom, and when I bring it up, it chatters and makes a bunch of noise. It gets the attention of the fish, and then when it drops down, the fish has an opportunity to start eating it. But if you see, the mouths aren't massive, so it takes a second for it to actually bite it, swallow it, and then start to slowly swim away. That's why you have to wait to set the hook. And it worked really well. We're prototyping this rod right now. This is our 7'6" medium heavy power rod, fast action, and it's got a really nice massive grip up here so I can just bring in fish with power. So now a lot of times flounder are actually close in. You don't have to cast really far out to find them, especially if you find an area where it's deep that gets into shallow. So I can just jig around right here. Oh, I already got a bite. So now look, you see it swimming away? You see it's the line, it's moving? Let it eat, let it eat. You don't want to set it yet. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're on.
I'm coming.
Okay. Oh, look, it bit the chatterbait, look. Look at that, a perfect hook set. And it also left the bait on here. Could go again. There's no good way to hold a flounder. So now when we catch one, we're gonna bleed it out, put it in the cooler. Ooh, a rice bag. Now, the size requirement needs to be 14 inches. This is probably 16 to 17 inches, so I'm good. I'm casting into the deep hole. I'm bringing it up into the shallow, and they might be following it from the deep up into the shallow and cornering it at the wall, or they could just be sitting at the wall. I'm gonna put one of our BBL lures on the back of our chatterbait as a trailer. So instead of a minnow, a dead ass minnow here, we're gonna use this like that.
Oh.
See that? Even more action. Fish hunt by feeling. They'll feel vibrations, and then they can sense where that fish is swimming, and then they'll attack. You can see that tail swimming. I can feel it kicking around. The hole's right here.
Okay.
I haven't casted it, and I'm saving it for you.
Now what you want me to do?
Look, stand right here. You see the rip right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I kept finding them all day yesterday. You have to keep finding the rip. And then look, you cast it into the rip like this.
Let them drip.
Let them drift. You're gonna catch them right in front of you right here. So you have to let it drift. Yeah, right there. Just move it a little bit at a time.
Being a fish.
Aaron. Oh, I told you, Dad. I told you. I saved you the hole for you. Papa got him. Oh! Heck yeah, man. Damn!
On the dead bait.
I told you. Good job, Dad. You see how long he had to wait? He waited for like 10 seconds, it felt like. And 10 seconds when a fish is on a line feels like an eternity.
Good job.
Thank you. Ooh. Who said flounder doesn't bite?
It bit you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's 3 teeth marks.
I gotta go to the ER now. Man. There you go.
Oh my God, doubled up. Careful, Dad. Told you, they're stacked up right here.
Oh no.
A red.
Oh no. I don't need no stinking red. Not today. Got a good teacher, that's why I got some fish. There you go.
Oh my God, again?
Took my bait, I bet you know. It's spitting out.
No, look, it bit the bottom off. It bit the bottom of the lure off.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Told you the wackety thing.
Oh, the wobble tail.
Yeah.
Tell Brendan what you
See, this cut over here that make the tail wobbly more. It's got more bending in there. See, that's a very attractive to fish.
It's working. We're getting lots of bites today.
I need the lure.
Oh, there's another one sitting right there. All right, I'm coming into this spot.
God, man, that hurt. The fish bite hurt.
Dad, you said you're not giving it too much action, huh?
No, I just let him drip and tighten him up the line because the bait's already moved. You know, the water moving.
The bait's naturally moving with the water. But you see, it's important. You have to go with the flow.
Oh yeah.
You can't cast that way and bring it in. You have to go that way and let it drift. Ah! Gone. Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? That was like right here. Gotta tighten my drag a little bit. You know, I'm actually really enjoying using this chatterbait. I think that they should make a saltwater version of the chatterbait with hooks that don't rust. The action of the chatterbait, it helps me know where the bait is as well. It helps me have a better connection with my lure. And when you're lure fishing, I feel like that's most of the game, is just knowing where that lure is in the water column. So I know I'm on the bottom. Now when I bring it up, it just starts to chatter. Then when it falls, the line goes slack and I know I'm at the bottom again. Now we've also have these swim jigs. Now these work really well for bass as well because they're completely weedless. You can cast it into all sorts of different structures without getting it snagged. And that's really important because bass like to hide on structure, but a lot of times when you cast a hook in there, you get stuck on the structure. That's not so much the case here because it's mostly a muddy bottom. Took everything. The freshwater lures that I picked today are ones that I thought are gonna work pretty well while fishing for flounder, trout, redfish. There are so many different kinds of freshwater lures, it's gonna be impossible for me to try all of them. And some of them, like a topwater frog, it's just not gonna be worth it for me to try. I don't think I'm gonna catch anything using that. So the chatterbait, swim bait, spinnerbait, I think these are 3 great contenders. Fishing that 11-foot hole right now. All right, here we go. Woohoo! All right, this rod is really good at handling the fish. Now, when you're fighting a fish, you can control it. If you want to pull it left, you pull left. If you want to pull right, you pull right. Especially if there's structure and you need to pull it out of structure. See this? Yeah, I got one too. Look. Look at this greedy guy. Got a hook with both hooks. One with the chatterbait, and then it swallowed the other one.
Gorgeous.
I was doing pretty much the same thing, fishing it in the slow water right next to fast moving water. And I just kept jigging it really lightly, letting that chatterbait go zzz, zzz, zzz on the bottom. And then I felt my lure get a little heavier. And that's when you have to not set the hook. You have to fight all your temptations to set the hook, because that's when the flounder starts chewing on it. When a bass bites it, it'll hit it and run. This is a little bit different. And that's what makes saltwater fishing fun, is that it's not just bass. There's all sorts of different fish that you can target. Chatterbait worked really well. I would just keep sticking with that, but I want to see next if this heavy cover swim jig will work. Now, I've always used swim jig. I've caught my biggest bass using a swim jig. The skirt gives it a profile. Underwater, it looks like a fish. And this part up here, for those of you who bass fish or freshwater fish know, this helps it from getting snagged on anything. You see, if it goes through the, like some weeds or something, This is a guard, it's a weed guard. Helps guard my weed. So I'm gonna tie it on. There we go. I can either put one of my BBL lures here, or I can put a shiner, or I can put a mud minnow, or I could just fish it like this. But you know what? If I fish it like this, I could probably still catch fish. It's just gonna take a little bit longer too. Just like when you're fishing in freshwater, when you use a live shiner, you're probably gonna catch something. That's what I like. I like to catch something. Now on the top, I can add another hook, and this works in freshwater too. Put another hook on the top, put a shiner on top, now you've got two. Now this acts as a weight, or you know, this also reminds me of a bucktail lure, so I really think that this is gonna work. Now my go-to would be probably just our good head jig heads here like this. See these? I made these 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 ounce. Just read that. I made a good head for the people, because everyone deserves good head. Now for the back, I'll probably put a white one. Whites look pretty good. Now these also glow in the dark, so at the bottom it's kind of dark. It's not a bad idea to have it glow at the bottom as well. That's nice. See? I'm fishing the swim jig a really similar way. The only difference here is that I can swim it back and it won't make that chattering noise. This one's probably better to just drag on the bottom. Dad, look, I got another one! And I bit that top one. See, that's why I added a top one and a bottom one. That one's too small. Here it is. Wait, take a look at it in the water. You see how camouflaged it is?
I can't even see it.
You can't even see it? It's right there by my feet. Ooh! That's good. Whoa, what is that? It's a sea turtle, Aaron. Bye. So the tide is really high now, and usually at really high tide, I don't catch many fish. So I'm out of here. But the results of the test, sure, you can use your bass fishing gear and catch plenty of fish. Maybe the hooks are a little bit too big, maybe they rust, but if you don't want to buy a whole bunch of saltwater fishing gear, bring your freshwater gear. It should work just fine. The same tactics that you use are going to be similar, but you might have to adjust based on the fish that you're targeting. And I know a lot of you don't live near the saltwater, so when you go out on a trip to go fishing in the saltwater, it's kind of expensive to not only travel there, but to buy all new gear. Try bringing stuff like chatterbait, swim baits, swim jigs, and spinners. Especially if you want to use the same gear for salt and fresh, use our BBL lures. Those work everywhere I go, between catching peacock bass, largemouth bass, clown knife fish, striped bass, trout, redfish. It catches everything under the sun. And I made these with the perfect size hook so it's not too big for smaller fish and not too small for huge fish. This rod actually worked really well. I'm really happy to be prototyping this rod. This grip was really helpful to bring in fish, especially because it's so balanced. Now, the really awesome part about this rod is it's a travel rod. It breaks down to 5 pieces. Look at that, so small. Now this rod isn't quite ready for you guys. I'm still testing out, working out the different kinks, but I'm really excited to bring this to the market so that you guys can all experience an awesome travel rod that's really light, can fit in your backpack, and fish anywhere you go. If you are really looking for an awesome travel rod, we do have a 9'2" rod that's part of our Japan collection. It's all carbon fiber, 9'2", 5 pieces. It's a really, really versatile rod that not only do I use it on the surf, but I use it when I'm freshwater fishing, saltwater fishing, and I can bring it anywhere with me. If you're interested in our product line, we've got tons of stuff just to help you guys get on fish. Visit us on heyskipperfishing.com. I had an awesome day out here fishing with my dad. He caught a nice chunky flounder. Now I'm excited to go back home and cook this fish up for dinner. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. So we had a pretty good day of fishing. Look at this big boy, 21 inches. So today we're turning these flounders into a crudo. I'm also really excited to use the knives that I got from Japan. This one, the Deba, is a chef's knife, a kitchen knife that I'm going to use to fillet it. And then this one is used to make the actual sashimi slices.
Very nice.
First, we're going to cut up here. Right, so these are the guts right here. You can't eat that. Then we're going to do a cut down the lateral line right here. So white and fresh. This knife is so sharp, I got every little bit of the meat off of here. Pretty clean, right? Mm-hmm. Now I can use the carcass, I can use the bones and the head and this area here to make broth, or I could just fry it up to make a chip. For now, I'm just gonna save it and just move on to the next step. Here's the belly. I'm gonna be using this to pan fry. And this I'm going to be using for the actual crudo. This is special paper that's infused with like nori, seaweed, and it helps dry the fish out more, give it a better texture, and gives it a little better taste. So we're going to put it in here, wrap it, and let this sit in the refrigerator. And get our other ingredients ready. So look at how the paper has kind of soaked in all of the juices, infused it with some great taste. Wow. Wow, very fresh smelling. Feel it.
Ooh.
So now this knife is special because it's so long that you can just cut it in one slice. So we've got lemon zest, lemon juice, lime juice, salt, jalapenos all over the fish. We've got fresh moon dancer oysters. It's so fresh it has a pea crab in here. And I'm gonna let Aaron have this one.
Okay.
We've got miso marinated chicken breast, miso marinated chicken thighs. This is the fin of the fish here. It's a delicacy. This is lemon juice and ponzu. This is some fresh green beans. So let's feast. I'm gonna put some of this.
It's not that bad. It's really mushy,
It's
like
so
like an actual pea.
What is this?
So this pea crab is still alive, and it means that it's really fresh oyster, and it's good luck. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Vinegar?
Oh no,
Slurp it too fast, but it's delicious.
what the crab taste like?
Like a sweet pea.
Sweet pea.
Mm-hmm. It was good. It was good. Try this one.
Try
This
that?
is the fin.
Yeah.
See how it separates of this?
Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Not too spicy, is it? Mm.
Good.
Very good.
Very good.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm. Really good and crunchy.